Hey, ladies, I am so happy to have you guys here. Welcome to the End Strong Challenge. Yes, it is time for us to reconnect and recommit to those goals that we established at the beginning of the year. We are in Q4 now, guys. Let me tell you, when you are running a race and you are passing the baton to the person in front of you, guess who is the person at the very end? What type of person do they put at the end? They put their fastest runner, the person who they know will be able to gain speed and pick up the pace for the entire group. Well, that is what we are trying to do today. We are so invigorated to not only recommit ourselves, but understand the importance of why we need to reconnect and refocus on the goals that we established this year. So, I'm going to go through a presentation with you guys. And if you have any questions, just make sure you send me a note through the app, or if you know me personally, just go ahead and shoot me a text. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get started. So, right now, like I said, we are in the End Strong Challenge. And what that is basically let's finish the year strong and get and not only get reconnected, but reclaim what is ours. And so when I got to thinking about, the things that I decided that I wanted to do this at the beginning of the year, I was just like, I haven't even hit majority of it, right? And that's okay because sometimes we overachieve and we try really hard to really set ourselves up for success, and then in the process we lose sight, we get distracted, other things take priority. But now what I am trying to do is encourage myself to be committed and disciplined to the things that I said that I want to do. And in this presentation, I'll give you all the reasons why this is so important, just for yourself, for your self-worth, and just to build your confidence as a woman, and just knowing that what you say that you're going to do for yourself, you actually do it. So, welcome to the End Strong Challenge. Now, like I've already mentioned, the End Strong Challenge is a chance to reflect, reconnect, refocus, and be recommitted to finishing the year with intention and in purpose. Now, I could have started this challenge at the beginning of next year. And that is when most people decide to do reflection, at the beginning, right? And it makes a lot of sense. You start the year fresh, you want to establish new intentions, you want to put yourself and set yourself up for success, and then the year starts. And what happens? There's nothing but distractions. Other priorities start to become more important. Things happen that derail you from focusing on the things and the intentions that you have set. But that's why it's very important to have check-ins throughout the year. I mean, most people break the year up into quarters: quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. And right now we're heading into quarter four, and I am giving you a checkpoint. I am saying, why not take the moment to stop and reconnect yourself with the intention that you established at the beginning of the year? Some of my friends know that at the beginning of the year, I had a event that I hosted with some of my close friends called a Picnic with a Purpose. And what I did was I brought them together, and I introduced to them a journal that I wanted to be able to release this year. I pretty much built that journal out in like the course of like 3 days. And I created that event as an opportunity to not only share that journal with them, but also to encourage them to establish goals and be committed to actually achieving them. Well, at that Picnic with a Purpose, the whole group went around and established their intention and what they wanted to see themselves accomplish in the year. And about a few weeks ago, I sent a text to the group and I said, "Hey guys, I'm so excited. I just finished the journal. The version I gave to you guys at the beginning of the year now has its final version, and I'm so excited to release this journal." And I posed the question to them and I said, "Hey, tell me about your great progress that you've made on your intention that you've set." And it was crickets, absolute crickets. And I was so shocked because this is a group of women that are achievers. They go for it and they are killing it in everything that they do. And I know they've had progress, but maybe just not enough progress that they felt confident enough to come forward and say, like, okay, this is what I've done, this is where I'm at. And it made me think, like, how can I be a vessel to help push people along in the things that they say that they want to do? So I'm really good at executing and I'm really good at making things move forward, you know? But I might too, myself am a victim of distraction and of competing priorities. So I was like, okay, so what do I do to help push other people along and help push myself along to achieve the things that I say that I want to do? So that's where the End Strong Challenge came from. And now I'm like, let's go. Let's hit those goals. So one of my goals that I've established for this year is to build out a fund. I got really excited and really felt like I could create a fund. And I don't know if you guys know what a fund is, but it's raising money to put towards some type of cash producing or return on investment type of asset, whether it's real estate or businesses or whatever. I'm focused on businesses. And I established that goal earlier in the year in about May, and I set myself a goal of 90 days. Well, of course, I blew through that. And now here we are in Q4, way past the 90 days that I have established, but I feel like I can still do it by the end of the year. So I'm going to need you guys' encouragement, and I'm here to provide encouragement to you guys to help recommit myself to getting this thing to move forward right now. So, what is the End Strong Challenge? It is a 30-day challenge to help you finish your year strong. Now, I want you to think about 30 days loosely because to me, it's a Q4 challenge. So it can be 30 days, it could be 60 days, it could be 90 days. You may be at the very beginning stage of starting to accomplish your goal and it's going to take you, say, a year to get it. Well, you create a smaller goal that's going to allow for you to accomplish something by the end of the year that's towards that larger goal, right? And a lot of my content in the app that you're going to download, you're going to be able to understand what it means to create a large goal and then break that large goal down into smaller increments so that you can stair step it to that larger goal. But for the purpose of the 30-day challenge, you're going to take and you're going to establish a time frame, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. I have committed myself to 90 days, and I'm going to be following all the way to the end of the year to help encourage you guys as well to hit what you say that you want to hit. And it's designed to reconnect you to the goal that you set earlier in the year and to actually achieve it. And if you feel like your goal is too big to achieve by the end of the year, that is okay. What I am going to ask you to do is to break that larger goal down into a smaller goal and create something that you can actually hit by the end of the year. And throughout this whole time, I'm going to be giving you weekly prompts and holding you accountable to doing what you say that you're going to do. So why is it so important for us to achieve our goals? Well, here's a quote that I love. It says, "The desire is the key to motivation, but it's determination and commitment to an relenting pursuit of your goal, a commitment to excellence that will enable you to attain the success you seek." Commitment and determination are nothing short of a choice that you make to honor what you say that you're going to do. And a commitment to excellence is holding yourself accountable to achieving at a high level. That is what we are trying to do. So as we move forward in this process and we think about our goal and our intention that we've established, we cannot shortcut ourselves to think that we can do the bare minimum and just do just enough so that it seems like we hit our goal. No, we're going to achieve at a high level, and we're going to do it so that we honor ourselves and we honor what we say that we are going to do. And from that, success occurs. So, what I think is very important is to kind of review some of the benefits of staying committed to your goal, because there really is some important things that happen even beyond just hitting the goal. And it helps you to build your muscle for hitting goals. There's actually a muscle that you create that gets stronger and stronger and stronger every time you decide that you want to, or every time you decide to make the step to hit a goal. And here are some of these benefits here. Number one, it's motivation. It provides you with a sense of purpose and motivation, and it helps to energize and give you a drive to face obstacles. I just talked about that muscle, right? This is what I'm referencing. You build your muscle every time you achieve a goal, because you build up the faith in yourself that you can actually achieve. So, the adverse happens when you don't hit your goal, when you decide to quit, when you decide to not move forward in the goal or intention that you've established for yourself. You actually reduce your energy and your drive, and ultimately your confidence in yourself. And we don't want to do that. We want to continue to increase our confidence as we get older, in knowing that we love ourselves enough to do the things that are right for us, which includes saying what we're going to do and actually doing it. Also, it lends itself to personal growth. When we go through an obstacle, or our goal has an obstacle associated with it, maybe you need cash to be able to move your idea along, or maybe you have to learn a new skill in order to be able to hit your goal. All these things are obstacles that have to be overcome in order to hit your goal. Well, through that whole obstacle jumping process, you begin to grow as an individual. So, setting your goal is more than just hitting the goal. Like I said, it creates an opportunity for you to grow as an individual. And it enhances your relationships because people are watching you. They know that some people you may not even know, but there are some people that are watching you from afar and waiting to see if you're going to hit your goal, which is giving them ammo to know that they can do it too. So you not only owe it to yourself to hit your goal, but you owe it to those around you to hit your goal. Absolutely, you owe it to yourself and those around you to hit your goal. So, lastly, and I've already kind of hit on this, it's about self love. When you set yourself up to really go forward and set the intention to hit what you say that you're going to do, that is an act of love to yourself. You're saying, you know what? I love myself enough to take the time to do the things that are good for me. And that can include a monetary goal, a fitness goal, a lifestyle shift, a business goal. All of those things are all good for you. And they always say the things that are good for you aren't always the things that are easiest to come by. I'd rather eat a piece of cake than eat a carrot, like I'd rather drive in my car to the store than to walk to the store, it just takes extra effort. But as we go forward in the commitment to ourselves, we show ourselves love by maybe if our goal is a fitness goal, actually walking to the store, because we know that that is going to provide health to our body. And maybe not eating the cake, because we know that carrot is going to be good for our bodies. Or maybe waking up at 7 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. because we know that if we get those extra 2 hours in, we can actually start that business. These things are not easy to do, but they're good for us. And it shows our self-love. And so these things I want you to keep in mind as you go through this process. People are watching you from afar. We need to show ourselves love in all of our actions, even if they're difficult actions and they're new things that we have to go forward and be committed to doing. And we're growing as individuals. Every time we set a ginormous goal to overcome, we are showing ourselves that we can grow as an individual. So now let's get back to the In Strong Challenge and what to expect. I want you to know that this is not going to be an easy process. Goal setting and goal achieving is very difficult because it stretches you in so many different ways. So I thought to myself, how do I make this process easier? And that's when I came up with the 90-day Goal Getter. The 90-day Goal Getter is a book, a journal, a progress tracking journal that allows for you to set daily small actions towards achieving your goal. So what do you do with this journal book? Every day you are required to write down your goal, which is reinforcing in your mind the intention that you've established. And then you're required to write down 3 actions. And I say they need to be very, very, very small actions that you take every day to push your goal forward. For instance, my goal is to establish a fund. So every day I've written down that I want to establish a fund. And then I put down 3 actions that I'm going to do that day to inch forward to achieving my goal of releasing a fund. So action number 1 is research LinkedIn and find 2 potential investors that could be interested in investing in a project that I have. Action number 2 is find one business that I think could be eligible to purchase and show that one business to those 2 investors. And then action number 3 could be simply organize all of these details on an Excel sheet so that I have all of these things very clearly tracked every day so that I understand what the feedback is that I'm getting from the investors. Like I said, very simple actions, very small actions, because I want to hit those 3 actions that are towards my goal each day. I don't want to think like, okay, I'm going to hit up 10 investors today and, find 3 deals that I think are good. No, that's going to create anxiety and make you and almost discourage you from wanting to hit your goal. Instead, we're going to create very, very, very tiny actions every day that move us forward towards hitting that goal. And this 90-day Goal Getter journal will help you with it. So go to the website, grab the journal. It's only $20 and start establishing. And it also helps you to create what it is that you're actually going to be going for. So it makes you reconnect to the intention and make sure that it is a SMART goal. And I don't want to get into the details of SMART goals, but you can go and find information on the app that will help you understand SMART goals so that you have established an actual intention that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, so stop right now, take a moment, go grab the 90-day Goal Getter, buy that because you're going to need that on this journey. And then the second thing I need you to do is go to thetakeoverclub.com, find the button and download the app, because inside the app is the community. That's where I'm going to host all my lives to help encourage you guys and answer any questions that you may have, and also give resources to help you further in your journey. And then third thing it also has is content that you can watch if you need help with goal setting and understanding how to push your goal farther along in this process. So download the app. So buy the 90-day Goal Getter, download the app, and then when you download the app, make sure you jump into the community, which is called the In Strong Challenge. Jump into that community and you are going to just introduce yourself. And then if someone says something before you, write them and encourage them along the way. And you're going to continuously check back to the app and into the community and pour into the community so that we are all supporting one another as we are hitting our goals and trying to end strong. And then the third and most important thing is staying committed. Commitment is a choice, and we have to make the choice to be committed to ourselves, to what we say we're going to do. And I know I keep reinforcing that because this is where most people falter. They don't understand that commitment, when you make that choice, there's going to be so many other elements that are going to try to come along to strangle your commitment and stop you from moving forward. That is a part of goal setting and goal achieving. Is distractions are going to come, competing priorities are going to happen, but you have to make the choice to stay committed. You have to. And you also have to understand and really get it deep down into your soul and your spirit and know that when you set a goal, there's going to always be an opposition to you creating, or excuse me, to you achieving your goal. There's always an opposition. And because we know there's an opposition, we set up barriers to help us along the way. And what do I mean when I say that? I mean that if you know that, and you set a fitness goal, and you know that you struggle with eating sweets, your barrier is to stop buying sweets and putting them in your house. Okay? If you know that waking up early is difficult for you, then you're going to set up a barrier by telling your best friend, your boyfriend, or your husband, hey, I have a trouble with getting up in the morning, but I know I need to get up in the morning. So if I'm not up by 7 a.m., I need you to ensure that I get up no matter what type of flack that I give you and pushback I give you, you make sure I'm up. Those are the barriers that you're going to establish to ensure that you stay committed to your goal. And when the obstacle comes or the opposition comes to prevent you from moving forward in your goal, and you concede to the opposition, you're going to need to immediately recognize what happened and get back on track. That's going to be so important for you through this process. If you fall off, that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, it happens. But it's going to be important for you to be self-aware and recognize when it happens and get back on track and begin to get yourself back committed to what the goal is. Not to beat yourself up, not to convict yourself, not to make yourself bad. It's just to pick yourself back up and get back committed. That is what we are going to do. And that's why it's so important for you to tap into the community, because the community is going to be there to support each other and to ensure that we are all moving forward. So don't try to operate this in silo. If you have a friend, invite them on the journey, especially if you believe that friend will help to encourage you along the way, not deter you, because sometimes friends can be a deterrent. Friends and family can be a deterrent, especially if they're used to seeing you in a certain light and it benefits them to have you in that certain light, you know? But that's another discussion on its own. As it relates to staying committed, I just want to encourage you, do not get frustrated if you fall off. Just get back on. And the second thing is understand that opposition is going to come. And when it comes, you have to set up barriers to ensure that you stay committed. So how do you join the End Strong challenge? Simply by going to thetakeoverclub.com/endstrong or endstrong now. Either one of those links will work, and sign up. You're going to buy the book and you're going to download the app, and then you're going to say something in the community to help to encourage someone and to show that you are committed to your goal. All right, guys, let's get ready to rumble. I know I'm so corny, but I want to thank you guys so much for taking the commitment to join the End Strong Challenge. This is going to be fun. We officially begin October the 9th, but don't worry if you joined after or before. Just get started. Get started whenever you hear about the End Strong Challenge. Jump on the train and join us as we go forward to end the year strong. All right, guys, I am Joy Christina, and I am so happy to be your guide through this. And don't forget, if you have any questions, drop me a note on the app. You can find me there, Joy Christina. Or if you know me personally, just send me a note. I'm here to encourage you along the way. I love you so much, and let's take over.